Hey, my Legion. How y'all doing today? Ever since I was little, I've always had a thing for sharks. And, of course, having a thing for sharks, I have a thing for shark movies. And they come in waves, you know. There was a handful of movies made before Jaws, and then Jaws came out and was such the creation of a summer blockbuster. Then a whole bunch of other movies, usually from other countries, came out, shark-related, and the Richard Jekyll movie, Jaws of Death. Now, I already did a video about the Jaws movie franchise, so I'm not going to talk that much about Jaws, but, and I've seen my share of good movies, I've seen my share of bad shark movies. Cause people always complain about Jaws for the revenge, but I've seen some, and I don't think it's that bad. But I mean, I've seen some really bad movies like Zombie Shark and stuff like that makes Jaws the Revenge look like Gone with the Wind. And like I said, they come in waves. After Jaws 4 died down, there was still some, and then you see the ones direct to video after Deep Blue Sea came out, which I saw at the movie theater. I was real happy to see that. That night on Cinemax, when we had all those channels, before they started doing digital cable, and they have HBO 1, HBO 2, HBO 3, which is stupid. They just rotate the same movies. Just have one HBO 1 Cinemax, and just keep it like that, and keep it more affordable, instead of having all these packages where you, I don't like what they did. They had the Shark Attack, the movie Shark Attack with Lawrence Fishburne in it. And that was from New Image. And then I saw New Image was the people that did more shark movies. And then, I don't know when, but they started, later on, they started making the shark movies crazier and crazier. And this is even before Sharknado came out, like Sharktopus. Shark Attack 3 Megalodon was pretty silly. Mega Shark versus Mecha Shark. Mega Shark versus Super Octopus or Giant Octopus, I can't remember. And then they've been really making some really crazy stuff for the Sci-Fi Channel. That's what really, I think, started a new wave. And then Sharknado came out and was a monstrous hit. And of course, they really went really nuts with stuff like avalanche sharks and stuff with sand shark, snow shark. Well, sand shark and snow shark came out before, Sharknado, I think. I don't remember. Well, anyways, that don't matter. And then I remember last summer, going to the movies, and then they had a big Hollywood studio was behind a movie called The Shallows. I saw it at my sister's. That came out in the theaters. I wanted to see it in the theaters. I didn't. And I ended up seeing it at my sister's place. I really enjoyed it. Now, a little later, I guess Dimension came out with a movie called In the Deep. And it was, I found out about it just by accident. And then I found it has two, I wasn't able to find out about it right away because it has two titles. It has 47 meters down, which is on the thumbnail, and then on the video thing it says In the Deep. And there was already a 1977 movie called The Deep, and I always thought it was called Into the Deep, but it's called In the Deep or 47 Meters Down. One of those two titles. It's just weird. I think having the two titles is kind of hurting the movie, kind of, or hurting it from people seeing it, you know what I mean? But on when I saw the movie, on the credits, on the beginning intro, it said In the Deep, but then on like YouTube and stuff, and on my thumbnail it said 47 meters down. And my thumbnail was done by my buddy Tim Sands. Thanks, buddy, for doing that. Well, anyways, this movie has Mandy Moore, released from Dimension Films. Okay, and it had Mandy Moore in it, and basically what it goes. Now I'm going to get into the review finally. Hey Maggie. Not to be confused with Maggie. Mandy Moore. I know Heather was saying that her daughters really like Mandy Moore, so they'll probably like this movie. I assume it's PG-13. I don't think it's R-rated. I might be mistaken. Anyways, it's about these two girls. Mandy Moore is the main focus, but her boyfriend dumped her, and her one friend said, well, let's go to Mexico and get our minds off things. And they meet a couple guys, and they were talking about, what they show them partying and stuff like that. And then when the partying dies down, they said, man, you got to try this. You can see great white sharks. They're in Mexico, right? And they have, my one friend owned this boating company, and they have, a steel cage, or shark cage, I should say. That'll lower you down. You can see sharks and stuff. It's all very much, it's all very safe. And it's really neat. It's a very exhilarating experience. You got to do it. You got to do it. And Mandy Moore was still reluctant. And the other girl's like, man, we got to try it. Let's do it. Let's do it. And she was still on the fence about it. But she said she's with her friend. She said, okay, let's go. And then the next day they show them driving out. Well, not driving out. Going out in a smaller boat to their one boat. And you see it's... shark cage is real rusty and rickety looking and stuff. And they go on there, and the guy said, the thing in the boat said, can you scuba dive? And Mandy Moore didn't know how, and her friend said she'd show her. And then they both said, yeah. I don't think her one friend knew about scuba diving that much either. She might have. I don't remember. And then she was still on the fence about it. And they decided to get in the shark cage eventually. And then they get lowered down. And they put a bunch of chum in the water to get the sharks' attentions, too. They go down in the water, and then all of a sudden start having some problems. And then the cable that attaches the shark cage breaks. And they go down all the way to the bottom. And then the rest of it is about them trying to survive with the sharks and what's going to happen. You don't know. I mean, I don't want to give anything away. I really like the movie. In a lot of ways, it's very disorientating whenever they go down, deep down the water. It's very murky, but that kind of leads to... it's not cheap looking at all. Great. I thought the CGI was very well done. And I thought it was a really, really good movie. I really liked it a lot. I'm not perfect, but pretty good. I'd probably give... but it didn't have the tension... that Deep Blue Sea, I think Deep Blue Sea was these guys were all over the thing. They didn't know where the sharks were in the water in that oil rig. This one was they were on the sharks. They were on the sharks' feeding ground, right in there, But the one thing is, the sharks are in there some. And just in a way, it's kind of like King Kong Skull Island, because King Kong was in there some, and then mostly it's about the people trying to survive Skull Island. A lot of this is the sharks are in there some, but it's a lot about the girls trying to survive the situation they're in and trying to make sure they have enough oxygen and stuff. So, I mean, it's kind of like that too, but I like the movie. I give that In the Deep or 47 Meters Down. It's the two titles. I don't know which. It's on the, like I said, on the movie. It says In the Deep. On the trailer, and if you look up on YouTube, it says 47 meters down. Then you'll see reviews that says In the Deep. But I don't know. And then my thumbnail says 47 meters. It's either title. I'm going to put both titles in the description. But like I said, 8.5 out of 10. It's a pretty decent movie. I really liked it. Thank you for my buddy Tim Sands for making me the cool thumbnail. I hope you all like this review. And until next time, bud, please take care of my Legion. Now, hopefully it'll dry out. I got to mow the stupid lawn. Be the first time I mowed it this year, but we had some problems with it really came down. I should have done it last week. That's my dumb fault. But I know Sunday it rained. Well, I don't know if it rained at all Saturday, but Sunday it came down pretty hard for about an hour. So that was out. I should have done it Saturday. That's my stupid fault. But I got to do it probably later today. So until next time, bye. Please take care.